wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of over it. Tired of the cold. I'm ready for it to move on. Oh, it's freezing again this morning. Oh my gosh. I am so lame though when it comes to cold. Gosh, I don't know what I would do if I really had to go through real cold.
I'm not prepared for it. The only jeans that I own are from when I was heavier, so I just look like I've got dump butt right now. I have no winter clothes.
Fat pants.
Yes.
It is kind of tough, when you go through different sizes of your body. What do you do with that stuff? Because
I keep it all.
I keep it all.
I have the largest closet because
Yeah.
I go up and I go down, and that's just me.
I'm out of room. And so
I took over a second room. I turned a study into a closet.
Yeah, we're out of space. So I don't know what you do when you got some fat pants.
Take one of the kids' rooms and you turn it into a closet.
Okay.
I mean, your body has changed like mine. Me and our bodies do change frequently.
I know.
So I've got all these different kind of clothes in my closet.
But, I mean, that's life. You go up, you go down. I don't want to throw anything away because I know I'm going to go up and down.
I've handed it off to other people with some of the stuff I had because I just didn't have room. And now I'm forced. I cannot put on weight because I can't afford it. I could not change my wardrobe
You
again.
gave all your fat clothes away?
A lot of them are gone because there's just no place to put them. So.
I'm happy that you let those affliction shirts go.
I'm not. That was great material.
Yeah. This went a long time ago. I was an XL.
I know.
You had hot dog neck. The back of your neck looked like a stack of hot dogs.
Yeah.
You had the meatiest ass in the business.
I did.
You did.
The meatiest in radio.
You were thick.
Yes.
I'm not kidding you. You could hear you walking out from rooms away.
And it wasn't like you were fat. It was muscle.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't like you were some big tubby guy. You were muscular.
It was a different thing, yeah. So I've intentionally downsized for all the people that thought I had cancer on the video yesterday.
I got into a fight with one person.
Yeah.
I'm
okay. I'm actually very healthy. Things are good. People are like, so when are you dying?
So here's my thing. There was a woman on there that I got into it with, and she goes, "Kevin, you look terrible. You look sickly." And then I called her out for saying that, and then she doubled down. She goes, "But it's true." And then she went back and edited her comment because she realized she was being a little wrong with it. And she goes, "I'm just concerned that he's sick or something." And then I wrote back, I go, "Well, what if he was sick? Do you think someone who's actually going through his sickness would want to read that they look awful and sickly?" You never know what someone's going through.
You never know.
Are you really sick?
I'm really not sick. That's why I'm actually saying this. It sounds absurd that I have to say it, but yeah, it's a real line of conversation that I have cancer or something.
It makes me.
Yeah,
Sometimes I get off social media.
Yeah, it is what it is. I just want to
mad.
let people know because I know that's starting to gain some traction. That Kevin's got cancer, and I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not sick. I'm never been healthier. I eat fantastic, so I'm doing really well. My checkups are good.
I had to shut off Facebook because I was getting into fights with people.
Panda's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram all got hacked, so he shut them all down. And so he's going on like day 3 of no social media whatsoever, and he said it's kind of freeing.
It's the best thing for you. I did it over break for the most part, and it was really nice.
It is nice. As time goes on, I notice I post less and less.
Me too.
There's just nothing because I don't need it. It's not welcoming. It's you post and you're like, it's 60% grief, maybe a couple comments. And you're like, oh, it's nice. But
I mean, we have to do it for work a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, why would you want to do a Facebook Live video when half the comments are, "Kevin, you look terrible"?
right.
I mean,
and you got to explain to people you don't have cancer.
Yes.
This was an intentional choice. I know I may look terrible, but I intentionally tried to lean out.
The one guy making fun of looked like a low budget John Cena. I'm like, dude. dude,
Yeah.
know your role.
Yeah. So there it is. But if you would like to take your pot shots, we've got all of our social media platforms, and you can jump on KVJ TV right now. And...
I got nothing better else to do. I will get into fights with people.
Okay, yeah, why not? Just make it Fight Thursday. There's actually a lot of fight news today, some celebrity battles, 3 possible matchups. We'll let you know what celebrities are going to be going at it and which one would be the best matchup that you would like to see. We also got a KVJ draft coming up today. We're doing the best character from a TV show. So we'll be hitting on that at 7:30. Denny's going to make us laugh with a little joke jury right before 8 o'clock. So we got a ton of stuff to do today.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, we told you yesterday about that video of Morgan Wallen coming home late at night on Sunday in Nashville to his home and being all loud. And apparently this has been something that's been going on because his neighbors were like, that's it. And they videoed him. And he was in the yard screaming, cursing, carrying on, but he used the N-word. And as a white guy using the N-word, I mean, you're tone deaf. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of platforms have now dropped his music indefinitely, including our company that owns a country radio station, Spotify, Pandora, Sirius XM, and also Apple Music. Have been scrubbing his songs from their playlist.
Well, and you know what's crazy about this? I know there's a lot of people that don't know anything about this guy or anything about country music, but his album is #1 for the 3rd consecutive week on the country chart. So
it's the Lady Gaga at her height of country.
It's like a Dua Lipa. I'm trying to think of who we have right now that is like the hottest. It's you know what? It would almost be like The Weeknd, where all of a sudden the Weeknd is gone and he's scrubbed. So that's the level of where this guy is right now.
Well, he was on SNL. I mean, when country crosses over on SNL, you got to have some heat behind you.
Yeah, so he is a massive name if you do know the country stuff. That's why I think this hits harder than anything else. And it's an ongoing lesson. A couple things. White guys, get rid of that word. Just remove that. There's no point in you to ever say that word. Just don't. Don't fight about it. Don't try to justify it. Just don't. It's not worth it.
It is not worth it.
No.
Ask Morgan.
And why would you even want to? So just stop. And so this is a good lesson in it. And also, too, I think for musicians that are out there used to be an era with the Rolling Stones and some of these groups where you could be young, drunk, and reckless. I've kind of heard that from other country DJs that do what we do on country stations. Sounds like Morgan Wallen's got a little bit of a drinking problem, and he's just a young party kind of crazy fool. And when you are having so much heat behind you with, there's a lot of responsibility. When you got a #1 album, you got to carry yourself a different way. They just won't tolerate that stuff, and they won't cover up for you the way that the industry used to cover up for you. You can't.
It's not 1980 anymore.
Right. So Morgan Wallen, you got to realize, you are a #1 country artist, and you're the biggest thing, but you will win no awards this year. No one will play your music. I assume this is a temporary thing, but it could be 6 months, could be a year, it could be longer, but you still will always carry that with you for a better part of your career.
But you're right, though. Back in the day, groups would trash hotel rooms, and that was kind of like the cool thing to do. I don't know if that would fly today.
It's really, I like it because they are exposing these things. It's easy to do. These sins are starting to come out about all these artists, and people just have no tolerance for it. It doesn't give you a pass to act differently than anybody else.
Well, so many young people look up to him and all of these artists as a role model. So, no, trashing a hotel room, it's not cool. Yelling the N-word, it's not cool.
It's not.
We don't look up to you for these things.
And I applaud country because I think they realize there's maybe some racial undertones still in that genre that they got to purge and get rid of. And they got to take a zero tolerance policy for people who are fans of it, for people who make the music. That no, we need to be inclusive. We need to have more diversity with our artists and with our fan base. And this is the kind of stuff that you need to do to make that happen.
Floyd Mayweather is talking and saying that his schedule is laid out for the year, and it will include an exhibition boxing match with Logan Paul. He says he will definitely fight Logan Paul, and he says he wants to beat the crap out of him.
I mean, Logan Paul is going to get his clock rung.
Floyd Mayweather is a machine.
Those Paul brothers are riding high after that last boxing match he had.
Also, I guess Floyd Mayweather wants to fight 50 Cent as well.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Did Floyd Mayweather, he retired undefeated, right? He never had a loss, I don't think.
I don't know. I don't think so. I know that I don't know anything about boxing, but I know the respect they lay at Floyd Mayweather's feet is that he just has unbelievable hands. He's a fantastic fighter. Technically proficient at what he does.
I know he was undefeated for a very long time.
And Floyd said, look, I'll pay Logan Paul for getting in the ring with me. But if I get in the ring with 50 Cent, it's going to be winner take all. So
I'd want to
50
see.
gets nothing if he gets his ass beat.
I'd watch both of those fights.
Me too. I would totally watch those. That's how you get the fringe like us.
I mean, if the Paul brother even makes it a fight, that makes Floyd look terrible.
I know.
And I know there's an age difference, but still.
Still.
Yeah.
And finally here, The Real Housewives of Miami is coming back. 8 years after they took the series off air, they are now casting for the new Real Housewives of Miami. So tell a friend if you're in Miami and you got a lot of cash, you like to bling out, they are currently casting.
It seems like it should work, right? There's a lot of spicy characters.
There are a
in
ton of
Miami.
spicy. Unfortunately, the last go round, they didn't cast it right.
Okay,
And
it's all about casting.
It's all about casting. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
The best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today, and you're home for the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, yesterday I had a case of cookie mania, and I got my facts all wrong.
Oh, no.
Well, I go to public.
He's embarrassed. He needs to come make a retraction.
I do. It's a KVJ retraction. I'm very embarrassed. It's a cookie retraction. I buy so many baked goods from Walmart's bakery and Publix. Sometimes I get a little confused of where I buy my stuff. I was talking on the podcast yesterday, I think on the podcast, about how I got these new cookies from Walmart.
Yeah.
They're from Publix, the ones I was talking about.
Okay.
And the exact name, I was talking about how they were like a cheese, like a cream cheese kind of a thing.
Yeah.
The exact name of these cookies, you get them at Publix, and I already hooked Virginia on these.
He gave me one,
yeah.
and I was like,
They're that good.
you better get those effing cookies away from me.
Yeah, 'cause you start
right
cleanse
now.
today, right?
I started my juice cleanse this
Boy.
morning, and so I can't be in the room with those cookies.
In fact, Kevin, these are amazing.
What's the name of them?
I'm going to tell you. I want to get y'all hot and bothered with them.
But I want people to try these. Seriously, if you're not watching your weight and you want to have a cookie party, this is the way to go.
Strawberry cream cheese cookies. It's a 13 count. You get them at Publix, and they are $5.15, worth every damn cent. Virginia had it yesterday. I've never seen her act so snacky in my life. She was moaning and, oh, Bird.
Just cooker. And the cookie was great, but it was the aftertaste.
It does.
The cookie lingered. Kevin, would you have one bite of the cookie?
One bite.
Just one bite.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try a little.
Take one bite of this cookie and
You guys are
tell
such
me,
pushers. My
tell me
goodness.
this cookie doesn't linger on your tongue.
We are such cookie pushers.
Give him the cookie.
All right, here. Take a little bite.
Kevin, it's such a fun ride.
Oh, it is. Let me get
Just
that
one bite.
little
Not
bit
gonna
of
hurt you.
Chip there.
Welcome to the game, Fat Kevin.
They're pink in color, so if you're looking at Publix for these cookies and you want to get them, they're pink.
Wait for that aftertaste to hit them TBs.
Yeah, let it swirl it around
It's
like it's
good.
fine wine.
Like
You're right.
it's kind of like
Got kind of a strawberry.
Cream cheese.
and I usually slum it when I eat cookies and
That's
snacks. This is a classy snack. This is for
Classy
your
snack,
Yeah,
really?
it's
So
for
what
your-
would you serve with this?
Oh, I would serve a very fine cherry 7-Up with it.
Oh,
Those
okay.
would actually go great with champagne.
They would, but it would also go great with cherry 7-Up.
And I bet you those would be great for Valentine's Day, which is coming up.
Yeah, it's a cookie of love.
Oh, my
Highly
gosh.
recommend it. That's my snack update. please go out and try them. I get paid for none of that, by the way.
Home run, Publix.
Yeah, grand slam, Publix.
Boy is fired up today. Love it.
We take our cookies serious
No
around
doubt.
here.
I really do.
No doubt. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, last week I had a girlfriend reach out to me because she had never had Botox and she was going for the first time, and she was literally freaking out because she's like, I don't know if I can handle it. And I thought back, oh yeah, so many years ago to my first time I had Botox, and it is scary. I get it. A needle coming at your face and getting a needle in your face. Yes, the first few times you do that, that is intimidating and scary. So when I go to get my Botox on Friday, which I am way overdue for, I'm going to make a whole video so you can actually see everything. Now, if you have a problem with needles going into faces, then don't watch it. But I'm going to show you every detail of the injections, what it looks like before, what it looks like after, even the next few days after.
I couldn't watch that. I can't watch needles going into skin like that.
Ooh,
And
that's tough.
human skin.
And that's because you're not in the market for Botox. But if a woman or a man is in the market for it, you become very curious about what does it look like after. And it does. It looks like a bee sting. I mean, you're not going to go home and you just look wonderful and beautiful right then and there. Botox takes a couple days to kick in. You look a little beat up right after you have it.
So when you go get Botox, you probably don't get every inch of your face laced with that stuff, do you?
No. So I focus on 3 trouble areas that are for me: forehead, crow's feet, and in between the eyebrows. They have these things, they call them the 11s.
The 11.
It's 2 little lines.
Okay. Well, looks like 11.
It looks like an 11.
Okay.
I lead the lead.
Now I get it.
I have such a pronounced 11 in the middle of my head.
He's got a 12.
No need to be mean.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do on Friday, right after the show. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to make a full-on video. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm going to let everybody see exactly what it looks like. It's not exactly pretty.
When you look in the mirror, what do you see that you don't like?
Just crow's feet, furrowed brow, and the 11s. That's it.
A little crow's feet I don't think looks bad, honestly. It shows you've gone through the fire, baby.
But looking at me now, I'm 8 months out of the last time I had Botox, and it's just starting to look yucky again.
Can you tell? I can't
No,
even tell.
I was really looking, trying to be very critical and dicky, and I couldn't find anything. It just seems fine to me.
It seems completely fine.
Yeah, that's because you're normal and you're a dude. You're not
Okay.
psycho.
Yeah,
and
you're a maniac.
You're not a girl who looks in the mirror every day and goes, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, I understand that I'm going to age. I just want to do it gracefully
How long
Okay.
do you think you'll do Botox for? Do you think you'll do that your whole life?
until they come out with the survey that says Botox kills you.
You think it's coming?
I don't know.
I don't know. You don't know.
Not even a no. I don't know.
None of us know. None of us know.
I don't know. What I got on my mind, Jaber was over yesterday. I got all these industry emails from the industry we're in, which is radio and broadcasting. And before I told you about, there's this big name radio consultant out there. He's a coach of all these shows. And he was kind of going off on shows that didn't make a big deal out of the storming of the Capitol. And he said, I just can't understand. He said, none of my shows would the next day not really even talk about it and just try to bury their head in the sands. And he said that's the difference between if you're a good show and you're a bad show, basically. So we would be put in the bad show category because, we talked about that and we didn't really address it too much because I think it goes without saying it wasn't a great thing and it was very divided amongst political lines. And so if you want that, there's a place for you to go.
Yeah, if you want to tear apart your audience, go ahead, talk about it for 2 hours.
Some people thrive on that kind of stuff and they live by it. That's why people are going there. In fact, I saw a quick little blurb that CNN's ratings down 44% since Trump left office.
Really?
Yes.
So, 44%?
Yeah, but the people who wanted to go and get stuff that was, railing on Trump, you knew where to go. That was the whole point. KVJ is not where you go. You know what you get when you come here. You get what you get. You're not going to get that.
I can always tell when we have kind of like a new listener because they'll be in the chat room or they'll call Dennis. Why are you guys not talking about what Joe Biden said? Like, wait, what?
Who cares?
That's not what we do.
We're over here talking
hell
about
we do.
cookies and Botox.
Yeah.
The important crap.
You know what you're
okay?
going to get. You're going to get superficial, mindless stuff.
Yes.
That's what KVJ does for you.
So surface, so shallow.
If you want the commentary on storming the Capitol, then you've got places you can go for that. So I was reading it. It's just this guy, it speaks to me. I got his email yesterday, and this is the one thing that he, made a stand on too. That
is he speaking to you personally, or is this him sending this mass email to everybody?
It's to everybody, but it speaks to me personally. You ever had that?
Oh,
yeah.
Because it really kind of hits at a fundamental, belief that we have on the show, and something we don't. The one thing about this show, it may sound like we put no thought into it.
We actually put a lot of thought into this hot mess.
Yes. Believe it or not, there's nothing really just too much left to chance. We kind of go through everything, at least I do in my mind. And so the email that he'd had yesterday, it says, some people wish for their professional legacy to find a cure for cancer or to develop time travel. Others work for world peace or to end child starvation. My legacy in radio, says this radio coach, to rid shows of irrelevant features like reading a list of birthdays, whether they're famous or local, because nobody cares that Timmy Smith in your market is 6 today, except his grandparents who may or may not be listening. I scream at the radio every single time I hear something like this. There is no strategic benefit to the show doing content this week. We need to encourage shows still doing irrelevant content like birthdays to level up, because being relatable and real and doing epic stuff with it is the only way that we're going to make more listeners passionate for what we do. To me, and my thought on this, and we have given birthdays conversation and thought, and we do them 7-10 every single morning, maybe a celebrity or two, and then 3 or 4 that are people that are listening. My thought on this is I still believe that there's nothing more special and exciting than hearing your name on the radio. And every single person in our audience, to me, is important. And I think they're important to all of us. And they are our family. And I want every single person that listens to our show to feel that way. And the best way that I have to show you this is to give you the most important thing that we have, and that's our radio real estate. Now, we're going to entertain you with everything we have for the rest of our show, but I ask that you only give us just this 1 minute. And a lot of times it takes less than a minute.
That's true.
It's maybe 30 to 40 seconds. That doesn't maybe relate to you, just so we can make just a few people that are very important to us feel very special. I mean, what else are we going to do today on our show that's going to make anybody else in our audience feel as connected to us as people who hear their birthday?
I mean, there was a KVJ Nationer, Shannon. You read her daughter's birthday, who had just turned to be a teenager.
Yeah.
She filmed the whole thing of the reaction, put it up on social media. People were sharing it. I mean,
We shared it.
That guy kind of sounds like a dinosaur because he's taken out the whole element of people film everything now. The kid's reaction is on the video, which is now on the internet, and that gets other people excited for it.
And when you see that kid's face just light up and glow, that's all I need to see to know that we're doing it right. Because that kid is going to go to school today and have a pep in his step and tell everybody how happy he is.
Well, he's acting like it's just radio now, and it's not. That's 1988, dog. All of his social media stuff, it's all connected now.
And I would say, and his quest is to make sure that radio stations stop doing this nonsense. But to me, I'm on an opposite quest, where I want to see radio connect. That is the best thing we do. Companionship. Connectivity, making people feel like they're not alone and that you've got somebody and you belong somewhere. And KVJ is all about that. This is a family. It's KVJ Nation. We are truly a family, this audience. And to me, when radio is doing it right, that's what radio is doing. If you're too cool for that little Timmy Smith or whatever his name was that's turning 6 and you don't care enough about him because you're too cool and we're doing such monumental stuff every single second of our entire show, then you know what? Hats off to you. You're the greatest broadcaster ever. But to me, when radio loses connectivity and they get too big for the little Timmy Smiths that are turning 6 and want to turn a blind eye to them because it doesn't really matter and not even their grandparents care to tune into the radio to hear their birthday, then I think radio's lost everything.
It's our family, like you said. And would you ignore a family member's birthday?
People are important. And that's the big thing that we've had is we don't take time to make people feel special and important. It's one of the problems that's happening in our world today.
You're right.
Is we're too busy. We don't take time to say something nice or to acknowledge somebody. And there's nothing more important to people than their name and their birthday, because it's a day of celebration for you where you're supposed to feel important. And that's what we want to do, make other people feel important. So if wasting 40 seconds every single morning of the KVJ show to make somebody feel important means that we are the worst radio show ever, so be it. Welcome to the worst radio show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dickie Rants.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get him, Dickie.
We've seen Fat Kevin and Dickie Rants in under 45 minutes today.
It's a good day. You know it's going to be a good day.
Turns out cookies give you power.
They do. Look at that, that sugar rush.
That cookie makes you get on that soapbox and deliver.
Told you they were good.
All right, we will do those birthdays about 7:10. You email them to us, mail@kvjshow.com. That's going to be coming up here in just a bit.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, got around to the Google Family Feud here. We'll get Denny's in here to play. What I've done is I went on Google, and it's kind of interesting. If you start typing in a sentence, it always tries to finish it for you. And I'm like, okay, did I do this or did somebody else do this? Why is it trying to finish this for me? Because the suggestions it gives you a lot of times are very entertaining.
So if I have a laptop and Sweet Denny's has a laptop and we both type that in, is it always going to be the same or is it different?
We'll run that experiment here in a
Okay.
second. Yeah, I don't want to ruin the ones that I have here because it's the element of surprise. But after we go through this, we'll do a quick Google test.
Okay.
To see how many of them are alike and how many are not. So when I started typing this in, I have a pain in my. What did Google give me to finish the sentence? Virginia, you get to take the first crack at this. What do you think? Give me something it said.
I have a pain in my chest.
Okay, pain in my chest. Survey says that was the #1 suggestion.
Whoa.
Yeah. And people are always afraid they're having a heart attack. And it could be heartburn. It could be anxiety.
Right.
I had a panic attack one time, and I thought I was having a heart attack.
Now, did you drive to the emergency room and tell them that you were having a heart attack and then they gave you Ativan and then you started confessing all these just sad things about your ex-girlfriend?
No, I actually held it together. I took off all my clothes in a Burger King bathroom and laid on the floor.
Okay, so we equally handle it.
I remember, like, everything started to black out. I couldn't see any. I had gone in the bathroom and I was
boy.
like hyperventilating,
Yeah.
and it was in Mississippi, gross Burger King bathroom. All of a sudden became all sweaty, so I took off all my clothes to cool myself off, and then I could just see like the light fading in the world around me, and it was like the end of a movie, how it just goes fade to black. That's what happened.
Were you on something?
No, it was 2:00 in the afternoon. It was the middle of the day. I was having a panic attack about finances.
It is tricky.
I would have a panic attack about gross Burger King bathroom in Mississippi. I think that would give me the panic attack.
I'd have a panic
actually.
attack if I walked in and someone was naked going, ah! That would be weird.
I was laying on the floor. Not sure how long I was laying on the floor for.
Home of the Whopper and your butt.
Jaybird, you take a crack at this. There are 4 more options. I have a pain in my. When I typed that into Google, what was one of the suggestions it gave me?
Butt.
It's always butt stuff with you.
Buttocks. I was going to say something else, but I thought it was too. It's actually the scientific term. I was going to say, well, no, I'll keep it butt.
Okay, so we'll do anything.
Anything on the
that.
outer or inner.
Inside, outside.
Family.
We'll take it
Okay.
all.
All inclusive.
Yeah,
We'll take
it
all of your
Bullseye.
butt.
Okay. Survey says
Oh,
no.
brought down by the butt again.
Yeah. Denny's, take a crack at this. What do you think one of the suggestions was here in our Google Family Feud?
I'm going to go with eye. You think eye pains?
I have pain in my eye. Okay, you feeling that? I have pain in my
I
eye.
am. I think it's one of those random weird
Okay,
searches.
all right, okay, let's see here. All right, go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Eye.
Yeah,
I can tell it's
Good
not.
answer. Good answer. That's what they say. Good answer.
Survey says the other options was left side, stomach, right side, and neck.
Neck. Pain in the neck.
Pain in the neck.
Pain in the butt. All right, I'll drop the butt.
I know you want to focus on the butt.
Okay, next up here, Google Family Feud. How did Google finish this? Does it hurt to? Does it hurt to? So when you type that into Google, at least on my computer, what were some of the options that it gave me, Jaybird?
Does it hurt to stick your finger into the socket?
Okay. Does it hurt to stick your finger in an electrical socket?
How many times have you done that? 5 is the over-under.
I did it a lot as a kid. It was, I don't know, it was dangerous and fun.
Most kids only have to do it once, and they're like, oh, never doing that
Not
again.
this guy. Not this guy. Okay, survey says no. No for the light socket there. Okay, Denny's. Take a stab at this. What do you think? Does it hurt to... What did Google try to finish that sentence with?
P.
Oh. Does
I'm trying to think of
hurt
medical stuff.
to
You got that
pee?
UD. Get that UD.
I got that U. Yeah,
Does
what
it
do you
hurt to
call
pee?
it?
Okay, all right, let's see. Survey says no.
And if it does hurt to pee, drink cranberry juice and go to the doctor. Right?
Okay.
That's true.
Virginia, what do you think here? You've been the only person to get a point on the board so far.
The dirty hippies are not doing so well.
Yeah, you can actually win if you get one here.
Does it hurt to get a shot or give blood, like an injection into your skin somehow?
Yes.
5 answers you just gave.
Okay. It was.
You literally
One
shot.
shot. Get an injection.
Like a
give
needle
blood.
into your skin.
Does any of those count, Kevin?
Botox. Heart surgery. Okay, does it hurt too? Yes, Virginia. I'm going to give you credit for donate plasma, which is on the lines of giving blood, which is on the lines of getting a shot, which is on the lines of pricking your skin, which is on the lines of everything else Virginia said in there.
I realize I may have bent the rules a little.
Here were the options it gave you. Does it hurt to? Number one answer was get braces. Get braces. Have sex.
Yeah.
Plasma was 3. Get your ears pierced.
Yeah.
4, and get braces off.
Does your ears hurt more or does your belly button hurt more? I had my belly button pierced, but not my ear.
I've never had my belly button, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, that's odd.
God, that you're the only person that has in this room. You're a
You
dude.
and Brittany are the only people still rocking a belly button piercing.
I didn't do it because I wanted. I did it for a mystery sound back in the day, and I remember something happened, like a national news story happened, so it kind of got put to the side. So I did all of that work for not really much airtime. It was pretty awful.
Yeah, it does
Are you
sound
trying to
pretty
tell
awful.
me that you didn't like it and didn't make you feel sexy?
I hated it. It actually got infected. It was bad.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it actually turned out terrible, and then we barely talked about it. Just a bad idea all the way around.
It was 30 seconds of bad radio, and then we moved on.
It was expensive.
What a terrible scenario.
Terrible.
Okay, let's try this experiment real quick here since Virginia's wrapped up the win in the Google Family Feud. Type in, I have a pain in my, and I'll even try this computer over here, and tell me what Google gives you.
Mine says chest first, left side, stomach, then right side, then neck.
That's exactly what I got on my laptop. I got the exact same thing on this computer, so I guess that's just a standard Google, unless it's Jaybird's computer.
It's going to say penis or something whack.
My Google's not giving me anything.
What?
I don't. It's typical Jason bullcrap.
You can't get Google?
I have a pain and then it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you might have autofill off.
I didn't even know. I accidentally did that.
Denny's! Oh, wait, you're here. Denny's! What the hell?
It's not giving me anything. I broke Google.
The dude's that good. That's pretty amazing. Works for everybody but the bird. Okay, well, there you go. I think we kind of proved a point. I think.
Kind of, but we really needed his computer to play.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to eat a cheesecake cookie.
And get your belly button pierced. So, Jaybird, you got in your pool, huh? At your house?
Last night, I had Klepto from the Snack Pack come over, and we were hanging out. So
You picked the coldest night of the week.
Well, we were out. We're out by my pool area doing a Facebook Live video, and then KVJ Nationer started to dare me. Oh, why don't you jump in the pool? Blah blah blah. And then Klepto thought that was hilarious. He goes, "You haven't been in your pool yet?" He goes, "We got to do it tonight. You gotta totally
That
do
is
it."
kind of crazy. How long you been in the house now?
Since January 1st.
Okay, so you're going a whole
Over
month.
a month.
Over a month. I mean, the end of December, but I mean, that didn't count because it was getting painted and all that. So I would say January 1st.
And you've had other people over that don't live there that have been in the pool.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
My handyman's kids were in there.
Right, okay.
Oh, they definitely peed in it, just so you know.
I've accepted. As long as you don't poop in my pool, we're cool. I've accepted that people are going to probably pee and then lie about it.
Kids.
Yeah.
Grown-ups,
Yeah.
I don't think they would, but I think all kids pee in the pool.
You don't know all the grown-ups that I know. They would absolutely pee in the and then lie about it, and I can tell they're lying. But I did jump in there. It was so cold, obviously.
Yeah.
But what sucks is I got water in my ear, and I cannot get it out for the life of me right now.
Of course you did.
My head feels like a piece of cork. I have cork
When you
head.
hit it, it's got that weird...
I got cork head.
Yeah.
It feels like a cork.
Stop hitting your head.
Okay.
With a closed fist. Not good. That's not how you get water out.
I went to the list. I went online. I did everything. The only thing I didn't do was the olive oil in the ear because I didn't have any olive oil.
What did you try so far?
I tried the jumping. I tried the hair blower.
Did you try the cat turd?
I did not try the
That works.
CT.
I heard that works.
Does it? Well, if you got a
Suck on
cat
that for
turd,
just a minute.
Dennis, we need a cat turd.
There's a list, and I tried. The only thing I didn't try was the olive oil. I tried the jumping.
Yeah.
I tried I stood up like this for 10 minutes. And just laid like, or stood like
It's
that.
one of the most maddening things when you have that water in there. But one of the best feelings ever is when it breaks free and that warm water comes running down your ear canal, and you're just like, oh, the relief. It's like you've been let out of jail, and the sensation's fantastic too.
It is. It hurts though.
Yeah.
It hurt and it's blocked. And it sounds like if I'm. It just.
Yeah.
I sound like I
It
feel like I
messes
got
with your
cork.
head. It's like you have an echo in your head.
Yeah.
I think
terrible.
there's like drops you can put in there, like swimmer's ear
There
drops.
are,
Yeah.
I was hoping some nurses could let me know, other than Virginia. Nothing against you and your medical facts.
All right, just swimmer's ear drops. It's a real thing. Look it up. But
Okay.
okay, take some calls.
Okay, all right. I guess I got eardrops.
So there is a listing of home remedies that you can do outside of the eardrops, though, and apparently you're saying none of them are effective.
Didn't work for me.
Look, home remedies are great, but we want to go right for pharmaceuticals. I am all about modern medicine. Don't mess with no olive oil.
When people give me home remedies about something that legit hurts, I always look at them with some stank eye.
Step aside.
Yeah.
Can I get a medical
Yeah.
professional that can write me a script real quick?
Don't give me no St. John's wort.
If anybody can buy it at the drugstore and you don't need a prescription for it, I don't want it.
People always will email me that they hear me talk about my night terrors and insomnia. Bert, you gotta try melatonin. You gotta try that. I'm, okay. All right, yeah, that'll work. It does not work.
Multiple texts are saying 1 drop of rubbing alcohol
Ooh, do we have
for the
some?
water in the ear.
We have like tequila. Will that work?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Yeah, they're saying rubbing alcohol, just like 1 drop in your ear will be fine.
If you put tequila in your ear, enough of it, I think you'll get drunk.
And all of a sudden, Virginia was making a lot of sense.
Yeah, I know, right?
We are idiots. She's kidding. We are not doing
We're
that.
kidiots.
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. So there you go. And somebody else said hydrogen peroxide also would work.
I think we, by law, have to have a medical kit here. No?
Yes, I think by law you're supposed to have a first aid kit on ready should somebody jack themselves up at work.
If someone gets water in their ear, you're supposed to have a medical kit ready
You
to
are,
go.
yeah. Is that what you need?
Gosh, it is so annoying, though.
Because you're diving so much at work.
Yeah. You're just going to keep hitting your
Stop
head?
punching yourself.
They told me to do that on the list.
Who told you that?
The list?
No. Do
Mama?
not. You're punching yourself with a closed fist.
I'm not punching myself.
It's
please.
sad to watch.
I've punched myself before.
I feel like I'm watching.
Well, if people don't know what's going on, they're like, clearly you've
Hey,
got
I'm okay.
Short
some mental
bus.
problems.
Stop it.
I'm okay.
Stop it. Stop it.
People are going to watch Kvj TV today, and you're just hitting yourself in the head. Be like, the dude's finally completely lost it.
But the sad thing is, that's what's giving me relief, is me punching my head. I
Okay.
know, it's a weird...
We got to find you some rubbing alcohol then. All right, we'll work on that. We got a mission. Okay, did a little rant about birthdays earlier, and look, we got a nice stack of birthdays here. So
Sweet.
Then he said
do
a
this.
record number.
yes,
After Kevin's birthday Braveheart speech.
record number. So here we are, making people feel special. You're getting a radio shout out for your birthday.
Yay.
It's 23rd birthday to my son Jake. That is from Leslie, who sent that in. So there you go. You're going to spend the day buffing slides at the Rapids.
Ooh, today?
Yeah, I drove by there. No offense to Jake, but I did take a look at Rapids, and it was cold, and the slides did look a little shabby. And I actually thought, I'm like, they need buffing. And then there you go. Here's Jake. Today is buffing day for the slides. So it's good, because I think Rapids does need to buff their slides.
Did you really have that thought?
I did. I had this
That's
thought. I'm
funny.
like, I even said to the Mexican queen, I'm like, the Rapid slides look a little dingy. You can tell they've been closed for a while. And then here we go. Jake is going out there to buff the slides.
I love it.
That's an all-day thing, I'd imagine.
There's a lot of slides, yeah.
That's probably a week-long thing.
How much would it cost to get the bird to buff the highest slide?
Oh,
Can you imagine being up there right at the top, buffing
You have
that
to
slide?
also buff in the buff.
I you have to buff out. Yeah, it would not. I can't even talk about it. It'd be rough.
Gilberto sent out a feliz cumpleaños. Gracias por aceptarme en tu vida. Tu esposa te amo. That's for Liz Marie Figueroa. So there you go. She's a daycare teacher at the Children's Garden Academy in Port St. Lucie. Also, 2484 Siligor. That's from your husband Richard and your dog Faith. Got a birthday shout out for our 5-year-old. His name is Benjamin. Happy birthday, bud. Rita, happy birthday. That is from Kaylin. Also, birthday to my wife Andy from your husband Chris Hope. You got a 12th birthday to Lindsay. Hope you're having a great day. That's from Kitten Felix, Panda Kitty, Lemon Drop, the Basset Hound Puppy. Panda and the Pizzle sent that in.
Lemon drop.
Lemon drop.
Got a happy 4th birthday to the wild and crazy Max. Mommy, Daddy, Ashley, Alex, and Nico sent that, and there's a photo of him in his toy car. And a happy birthday as well is going out to Liz Marie. So there you go.
Look at that. Under a minute.
Yeah.
I timed it.
Did you? Okay, that's all it takes. Make some people feel special. Want to do that? Send in your birthdays to us. Mail at kvjshow.com. mail at kvjshow.com. Coming up here in a second. Got a makeup or a breakup that had happened, and it was his girlfriend going out and bringing home a dog. Okay, a little makeup or breakup here. Would you stay in this relationship? There's definitely trouble going on here. Send this email we got last month. My girlfriend got me a puppy for my birthday. We had agreed upon a cat from a nearby shelter that was very sweet. And the day that she left to, quote, pick up the kitty, she instead went to a breeder and brought home a 10-week-old Siberian Husky. I asked where my new cat was, and my girlfriend decided that cats will not help my unmasculine image. I am skinny AF, asthmatic with glasses who could fit into any nerd movie. But I know about Huskies. My small apartment and my homey lifestyle just doesn't work for them. So I hit the blanking roof. I told her to get the dog out, and she got upset, stormed off, but she left the dog back at my place. So I took care of him for about a week while trying to find the breeder. Meanwhile, my girlfriend is ignoring my calls and texts. So I put up a post and I found a great husky home with people that already owned one and were looking for a companion. My girlfriend finally reached out to me and said that she wanted the husky to try to get her money back. And I told her, sorry, I just gave the dog away to a deserving home. Now my girlfriend is saying that I stole the dog and that I owe her $2,000 that she had paid for it. I do love my girlfriend, but she's basically saying to pay her $2,000 or we're through. What would you do?
Don't pay her $2,000 and bye.
What a terrible relationship.
Yeah, this
Both
girl-
of you should stay so far from each other.
Yeah.
This girl's awful.
I think so too, for many different reasons. One, you're going to repair my image, so you think that I have a problem and you don't love me for who I am. That's a big problem, one. To pull a switcheroo and a life change like that, that's a problem, two. And you were going for a shelter cat, yet you get a breeder dog. So there's some fundamental differences there. Then she won't return your calls and texts for a period of time, leaving you in limbo trying to figure this out.
She's not your girlfriend anymore if she won't return your texts and calls for a week.
Yeah.
This is a done.
Oh, Wallace Pennington is hurt enough. I am out.
Yeah.
Why would you want to talk to her again? Grab what little self-respect you have in
Yeah.
a pile in the corner left and leave.
As soon as you said that thing where she's like, you trouble looking masculine and all that, that's enough to be like, all right, bye.
There's a layer. You're building a brick house of definitely get out of this relationship.
I think cats are terrible, but in this case, if you wanted a cat, you should have got a shelter cat like you wanted.
Well, what is terrible about that, too, is they both agreed upon it.
Right.
She's like, okay.
And he doesn't even have a big place for a husky.
Yeah.
Oh, this girl is the
Well,
worst.
It is terrible.
It's kind of like going to a restaurant, ordering a slice of pizza, and they come out and give you sushi. You're like,
Oh, I would love sushi right
it's a
now.
little different.
Yeah. No,
I
you're
wanted
right.
a dog, not a cat.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
A lot of lessons in that whole story, though, for anybody else. 'Cause I know people put up with so much garbage in their relationships. And if any of that stuff sounds like something you're going through in your relationship, get the heck out. People tell you a lot of times very early on whether this is a good relationship or not, and yet a lot of people keep ignoring it.
It is weird how many people stay in bad relationships. Even they know it's not working. All they do is complain about their partner. They're never happy, but yet they keep on doing it and doing it. Some of them are not even married doing it.
That's crazy.
It is some crazy stuff. I thought this was kind of fun because, you know, it had been like millennials were the young, cool generation. They're the hipsters and they were dishing it all out. But, you know, some of those millennials are about to reach the age of 40. And so now Gen Z is the new hot, young generation. And they keep trolling millennials like crazy about how they're getting old and how they're out of touch.
Yeah, it's funny how people like the millennials now because they're now the old people.
They are. They're now the ones that are boring and old and have responsibilities and bills, and they stay home on the weekends.
They're out of touch is the youth, man.
So Gen Z keeps trolling millennials like crazy, and it's actually an ongoing TikTok trend right now. Where the young Gen Zs are on there because they want to remind the millennials, because a lot of the millennials, and we've all been there, you're holding on to the cool and you think, I know cool. I got this. I know cool. Gen Z keeps reminding them why you don't know cool. And they're making videos about it to be like going, millennials, get off your spot. You think that you own cool and trendy. You're not. We are now. So get out. So some of the things that they're posting up, reminding them that they're no longer hip or cool or in the know or whatever cool word Gen Z is using to describe that. They say the laughing emoji might as well be an all caps Facebook post. So outdated. Gen Z uses the skull emoji or the clown emoji. So if you find yourself using the laughing emoji thinking I'm in it, Gen Z's letting you know, it's over.
What are your thoughts when somebody is like trying to rip on you and then they do that laughing? They're basically laughing at their own joke, and sometimes they'll double down and put 2 laughy emojis after a joke.
Maybe a lot. It's kind of like the level. They're kind of rating the funny by how many laughy faces they put. And sometimes people give themselves a 5 laughy face comment, and I'm like, that's not even a 1 or a 2.
Well, I even saw somebody on the thread yesterday with making fun of you and your looks. They rip on you and then they laugh at their own horrible insult.
To let everybody know just how funny this was. Yeah. Just in case you didn't know, this is haha funny.
I use that a lot.
But you're old.
I think it's a slippery slope because I think what they're trying to tell you is I mean to be funny by this. This is a joke, haha. So I say it, I'm laughing, haha. It's not like, oh, I'm saying this with...
Okay, so you can rip somebody apart completely and then throw the emoji on
Just
there.
a joke,
and it's all
haha. You should be
good.
laughing like this emoji.
Got ya.
At this hurtful thing where I made a joke about you looking like you have cancer.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha.
Usually with jokes, I like a little punchline in there.
Right. Another thing that Gen Z's doing to troll the millennials on TikTok about how they're out of touch. When you were our age, you only used Snapchat if you were being shady. Now, just to let you know, it's the preferred app to communicate along with Instagram. Remember when your parents joined Facebook? It's now how we feel about you on Snapchat. Okay.
Quite the dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gen
quite
Z is
the dude.
they're throwing some bombs at millennials.
Yeah, they are.
They also said you can turn off the setting in your phone that automatically capitalizes the first letter of your sentence. Gen Z, they don't capitalize the first letter in sentences. If you notice, pretty much everything's lowercase now. So.
But I was taught in school to do it.
No, that's just how old you are. Now, keep in mind, yeah, you're Gen X, so
Okay,
you're way out of touch.
Okay, well,
we
go-
expect that of you.
Go write a work email with no capitalization and see how that turns out for you.
Old people getting mad.
Yeah, this is firing Memo up over here.
Okay, so I just want to get this
She
right.
doesn't like this Gen Z trolling.
Okay, proper grammar is wrong now, is what you're telling me.
You don't need to capitalize
Okay,
the first.
capital part.
Yeah,
spelling,
Gen Z.
I've noticed spelling words wrong is kind of cool to do too.
It is. Gen Z's letting you know. It's a sign you're out of touch.
Oh yeah.
Also, another way Gen Z trolling the millennials on TikTok. Your flattering skinny jeans that are easy to tuck into boots are out. The popular jeans now have a button fly and loose tapered leg for the flower child look.
You know what this kind of coming on? It kind of sounds like the mean popular kids from high school picking on
does,
people,
doesn't
doesn't it?
Yes.
That's what it is. This is Gen Z trolling the millennials. So I read that and I learned because I see everybody using the laughing emojis, but apparently the young cool kids are using the skull or the clown.
Can we all just get along with each other?
No.
Old, young,
No.
fat, skinny,
No,
gross,
gotta
clean.
remind you that you're out of touch.
We
Gonna
all
remind you.
must fight.
Coming up here, we got a KVJ draft on deck. We're going to be drafting out the best character from a TV show. How subjective is this going to be?
Oh my gosh, so subjective.
It's going to be interesting to see where you even go with drafting on this. And I'm looking at some of the lists. They differ a lot. Who's going to be our winner today, picking out what they think are the 3 best, most popular TV characters? And we're talking all time, too.
Okay, so we're not doing any kind of time cutoff. This,
No,
if you want
it could be all time.
if you want to go with a Fonzie.
Barney Fife even. I grew up watching a Barney Fife. I mean, anyone under 40 is like, what?
I would not pick Barney.
Do not. You're going to lose the tournament with Barney. And I'm going to lose the tournament with Fonzie. so-
Personally, I'd probably put him in my top 3. But you're right. I would completely take. What would Gen Z say about me picking Barney Fife?
Kevin.
What? A Barney? All right, KVJ draft for the best characters from a TV show is next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
KVJ draft today is going to be tricky. It's the best character from a TV show, all time. So you got endless amounts of characters to choose from. We draw cards to pick out the draft order because that a lot of times is very important. Will it be on this? I don't even know where to even go with today's draft because what are people going to say are some of the greatest characters of all time? Got to keep in mind, too, like how far back can you go? If you're going back to characters from the 70s, the 80s, even the 90s, are people going to be like, yeah, it's great? Or you can be like, with the millennials, be like, who's that? Don't know. Okay. I got 8-10 here. Virginia, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
Okay. Bird?
A 2? A 2?
You twos love you.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I even went to the right side of the deck.
Yeah. No matter where they are, they will find you.
I wish good luck in my mind to the witch. It just nothing works.
Nothing works for you. Denny's.
I got a 3.
Dang.
Dirty hippies in the gutter again.
Shoots has got.
A 2.
Whoa. What kind of 2?
It is the spades.
What kind of 2 do you have, Bird?
The losing
Okay, I think
one.
spades are top. Okay.
Yeah, let 'em
Wow, there are a
win.
lot of low cards today. Okay, so it goes myself, Virginia. Denny's is going third with a 3.
Dang.
Okay, and then it's Suits and Bird will go last.
Oh, it hurts so bad because I know I'm losing so many of my characters.
Oh, you don't know.
Oh, I do.
You don't know.
No, I know it.
You know? Okay.
Do you know?
I do.
You know? Okay. I will start off the draft here today with the overall first pick. I'm going to go with Michael Scott from The Office.
You son
knew it.
of a biscuit.
Whoever got first pick was going to pick Michael Scott.
You won the tournament.
He took your favorite.
He did.
Okay.
He makes that show.
He does.
Okay, let's go to Virginia. And who are you going to pick here for the best character from a TV show?
I'm taking Tony Soprano. That one's for you, Bird.
I'm in last place over here.
You just got to sit and take it.
You don't even like this. I don't even think you saw The Sopranos.
I did see
You
The
saw
Sopranos.
Season 1.
I'm really just picking to mess with you, though.
Okay, we got Denny's up next. Who are you going to pick here in the KVJ draft?
I think I'm going to pick Johnny from Cobra Kai.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
That is great.
You too, sweet daddy.
I mean, I jumped on the bandwagon.
Johnny from Cobra Kai.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it is a good time.
I expect that from Smugs and the Witch, but sweet daddy.
Yeah. Okay, we go to Suits. You got your first pick for the KVJ draft.
I'm going to take Walter White.
Walter White.
Right, that's
Bad.
a good one too.
Okay. Then we go to Bird. And the good news now, Bird, is you've got the next 2 picks here in the KVJ draft.
I'm going to go with Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Denny's. And I'm going to go with my heart, not my gut. I'm going, I know, this is why I probably lose the tournament here, but you know what? I'll go down in flames with a smile, only talking about Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. Can I get an amen?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, because you're too old for Boy Meets World.
Teacher/neighbor.
You're too busy watching I Love Lucy.
I did want to pick Jack Tripper.
He's a great
He's
character.
great.
He's a great character.
He's great, but I don't think everybody knows him.
You got to go Mr. Furley.
Mr. Furley's amazing.
Okay, back to you, Suits. What do you think
I
here?
am going to go with a Friends pick. I'm going to take Chandler Bing.
Chandler.
Yeah, I was wondering about those Friends characters. I assume they'll do
Well,
well.
the last time someone took The Office, I didn't take something from The Office. I didn't take Friends, and I think it cost me. So I want to represent Friends this time and see if it works better.
Okay.
Let me tell you
as
something.
well.
Let me tell you about Suits. Suits plays this game to win. I believe
He does.
He
He
goes home on a Wednesday or a Tuesday night and prepares
He
his
does.
mental.
He's,
He does.
he's ready. No, he's on this.
He doesn't play with his own personal favorites.
He doesn't.
either.
Yeah.
And that's where he's different
That's
from
why.
me.
That's why he's right at the top every week.
Every week.
Okay, we're back to Denny's here in the KVJ draft for the best character from a TV show. What are you going with?
I'm going to go with a personal pick, Charlie Kelly from Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay. All right, now we got Virginia. What are you going to go with here?
I am going to take George Costanza from Seinfeld. I love him.
Okay.
If you can't have George, you can't have George's parents, and they're amazing.
Okay. All right, and this is always the debate. Are you taking it to win, or are you taking a personal favorite?
I mean, some of us already know in our hearts that they've lost, so you might want to go with a personal favorite.
Okay, I'm going to go with Selena Meyer from Veep.
Ah, good one.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, her character. And then I am going to go with... No, that's too... Oh, man. I'm going to do it. I lost. I'm going to go with Moira Rose from S-Bombs Creek.
Yeah.
Lost it, but I stand by it. If you know, you know. All right, Virginia, what are you going with your third and final pick?
I see so much of myself in her, so I'm picking Karen Walker from Will and Grace.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so maybe I don't get last.
Yeah, I think that's why this is a tough draft. I don't even know where to go with this. Denny's, what do you got?
So I'll go with another personal favorite for the final one. I'm going to do Rick from Rick and Morty.
Okay. All right. Who knows, Bird? You might not be out of this.
I don't know. It's all...
I don't know. Suits is cleaning. Suits, you got one more pick. I think Suits is our winner today. What are you going to go with?
It's tough. I think I'm going to go with Stewie Griffin from Family Guy.
Ah, good one.
Okay. All right, Stewie Griffin. What do you think about that, Bird? You think he just blew it?
I think Suits... Stewie's very popular,
Yeah.
but if you don't watch that show, it's going to lose a lot of people.
Too fringe, huh?
You said that last week about Forrest Gump, though, and I did win that round. So who knows?
Gump's mass appeal, though,
Damn.
Suits.
No one,
Suits just schooled you.
no one likes a bragger,
He's
and no one
barking
likes
back.
a Cajun man hype dude.
Get him, Suits, get him.
Okay, Bird, you get to wrap up the draft here. The absolute final pick.
Do I go old or do I go new?
Well, you've got new, old so
And
far.
do I? It's between old and new,
I
man.
know, it's tough.
And I think the new one might do better for me,
Yeah.
but it's not on my heart. I'll do Gary Coleman, Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis?
Okay, Gary Coleman.
I don't hate that.
I was gonna do Baby Yoda.
No, that's not you.
It's not me. Exactly.
You don't love Baby Yoda.
I don't love Baby Yoda.
But he would win.
But he would win.
Probably.
Or she.
But then, I mean, whose game are you playing?
That's the question we all got to ask ourselves as in life.
Yeah.
What are we doing it for?
Do it for you.
Okay, quick recap on what we got on the draft. Who picked out the best 3? I went with Michael Scott from The Office, Selena Meyer from Veep, Moira Rose from S-Bombs Creek. Virginia's got Tony Soprano, George Costanza, and Karen Walker from Will and Grace. Virginia might do it.
Sopranos don't test well when we do this stuff. I'm surprised. Not a lot of people are passionate about The Sopranos.
Really?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
It's a great show.
And the prequel's coming out. And I saw a preview for it.
Looks good.
A little clip of it. It does look good.
Denny's went with Johnny from Cobra Kai, Charlie Kelly from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Rick from Rick and Morty. Suits goes Walter White, Breaking Bad, Chandler Bing, Friends, and Stewie Griffin from Family Guy.
Suits has got the strongest.
Probably, yeah. And Bird, you got Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones, Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World, and Gary Coleman from Different Strokes. His character name was what?
Arnold Jackson.
Yeah, Arnold
How
Jackson.
dare you, Kevin?
I know. Now the world don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
To the beat of just
I've seen
one
that show in
drum.
30 years.
What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the dreams, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world.
Second verse.
Everybody's got a special type of story. Everybody's
Got a place to...
Kevin wanted that over with.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, how long is this song?
Yeah.
Kevin didn't know there was a second verse.
How long is this old ass song?
Some of the names that did not get picked, I know people are going to be upset about. Nobody went with Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, Bird, what are you doing?
I did blinded.
Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. Dwight Schrute from The Office. Saul Goodman from Better Call Saul. Cookie Lyon from Empire. Coach Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights. Barney Stinson did not go. How I Met Your Mother. Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Eric Cartman you got in there.
Fraser Crane.
Fraser Crane. SpongeBob. Fonzie. Cosmo. Kramer from Seinfeld. So.
Kramer's got too much stank on him.
Yeah, that's what I
Backing
thought,
away
too.
from that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Lots of you could have gone for weeks on that. We're going to post that up on our Facebook page. You can go and vote right there. All right. Are you ready to laugh? Here we go with another round of producer Danny's Joke Jury. He's got the comedy. We give him the feedback. That's what it's all about. 5 great jokes ready to go. I'm confident these are going to rock.
Oh, yeah. And today's theme, we got the big game coming up, so it's going to be all football related.
Okay.
I heard
All
a couple
right.
rumors that we might have a couple themed weeks coming up here in February.
You know we love a
Really?
theme.
Oh, yeah.
You
we
got
love it.
Super Bowl on Sunday. Valentine's Day is coming up.
I mean,
Yeah,
have to.
we kind of miss Groundhog Day, but you know, I mean,
How much can you write about that one?
I'm kind of over Groundhog Day. All right, already.
it's the weakest day.
Is
of the
that,
year.
is that because it completely sucks? Is that
Yeah,
why? Okay.
yeah. You're canceled, Groundhog Day.
Oh. Okay, here we go. Denny's with the comedy.
All right, first joke for you guys. Who draws the stick figures in the coach's playbook?
I don't know who does draw the stick figures in the coach's playbook.
The lineman.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at Denny's with the football joke.
Oh, yeah. I
Getting
got
us
the.
thinking right off the bat.
That's a term, right?
I don't know if anybody draws stick figures in their playbook, but I love it.
I think they did back in the 30s.
Yes.
They're like
You
this.
see here.
For Super Bowl one.
I think they did it on an episode of Boy Meets World.
Yes, that's my reference I use.
Okay.
Second joke for you guys. What did the orthopedist do when they played the national anthem?
I don't know. What did the orthopedist do?
Took a knee.
Oh, right? Right, okay.
Wow, look at
That's
that.
politically charged. too.
Politically charged.
Look at you.
Have fun with those folks.
He's not
Step
scared to
in
do
it.
controversial
No,
comedy.
he's not.
Yeah.
That's why his comedy works.
Yeah.
Let's see. Third joke for you guys. Why did the quarterback slam the football into the refreshments table?
I don't know. Why did he do that?
He was spiking the punch.
Oh, look at this. He's throwing in
yeah.
some. Oh, wow. He's like
Ke-
studied for this.
You got Kevin
Oh.
in stitches over here.
You're
Yeah.
going to log me in with football jokes. Yeah.
Let's see. Fourth joke. What do you call testicles on shoes?
Testicles on shoes. I don't know. What do you call that?
footballs.
That's a thinker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And final joke, what do you call a football team that likes to watch their wives have sex with other men?
I don't know. What do you call them?
The Cuccaneers.
That's great.
Well played.
No one else is going to be doing that joke today.
You're right.
No one else is doing that joke today. There you go. I love it. Yeah, they start. Oh, hey now.
No
Stop
dirt.
it. You
Please.
stop that.
Gosh.
Calm down. Stop it. You're talking a little bit about the Super Bowl commercials are starting to roll out now.
Yes.
Like crazy. And I saw a little bit of the Cardi B, which I know we'll get to here in the dirt. But I learned something yesterday because we were talking about some of the stuff with the prop bets and everything else with the Super Bowl. And it was the fact that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are wearing their white jerseys. And 13 of the last 16 Super Bowl champions have worn their white jerseys. And they say that Tom Brady, just to get this stat that somebody gave us yesterday, if you're wondering, he is 2-2 in Super Bowls when his team wears the home colors. That would have been the blue jerseys with the Patriots.
Okay.
He's 4-1 when they wear white.
Okay.
And he's wearing white on Sunday. So
he's 6-3 in the Super Bowl.
6-3 in Super Bowls. This is his 10th Super Bowl.
That's pretty damn good, man.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So he definitely is a lot better when he wears a white jersey. Just keep that in mind for Tom Brady if you're laying any of those bets. I know it's superstitious and all that, but there is a stat there on that.
He's got the most, right, out of all the quarterbacks?
Big time. Yeah, of anybody. There's just nobody around that is, I don't think anybody ever again will do what he's done. It really is just unbelievable.
He's a beast.
And I swear he's aging backwards.
I know.
He looks so amazing. I don't think he's ever looked this handsome.
He's going to play again, too.
He is. He's already talked about that. He's already said, as soon as we win the Super Bowl or after this game, it's all about next year. So he is already locked it in for next year, and he's going to be going about it. So with somebody like Tom Brady, people are trying to make some money off of it. Did you hear that the Department of Homeland Security, they just confiscated 169,000 counterfeit sporting items, totaling $44 million?
I saw that. They caught the truck on the way to Tampa.
Yeah. They had all this knockoff stuff. And we always buy the knockoff stuff.
I mean, if you can buy a Super Bowl T-shirt for $10 instead of $35.
Absolutely. My kid never knew the difference.
Of course.
And, it'd have like the swoosh on it. It would say Mikey. And, but he didn't know.
Kids are dumb. They don't know.
I'm rocking fake Nikes from Walmart right now. They're red and they got a low-budget swoosh on them. But if you kind of like squint and
if you keep moving, no one knows.
If I'm kind of on a light jog in the dark, they kind of look like Nikes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, so who cares about the knockoff stuff? So anyway, a couple of Super Bowl tidbits for you. We're going to do a show now.
Sorry.
I know you guys are having a great conversation. I can play another song.
We're gossiping.
We're so gossiping.
Okay.
Two girls, lots of tea.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you got a lot to get through here.
So much tea to dish, Kevin.
Oh, I know. Virginia can't stop the dirt. She goes from the celebrity stuff to the personal.
He started it.
I did.
He don't even put that on me.
I'm sorry.
I do love gossip, but he may have a vagina.
I did start it.
You did start it.
I
Okay.
did. I apologize.
Okay. I got some FMLs here. If you're going through a tough time in your life and you've had something bad not happen, don't worry. You're not alone. Other people share their own misery, trying to find a fun little positive spin to put on it. How about this? Somebody said today, my psychiatrist of 6 years suddenly and out of nowhere told me I need to see someone else. She gave me the equivalent of an "it's not you, it's me" speech.
6 years?
And actually, her assistant told me via email. I basically got broken up with by somebody I was paying a lot of money to talk to. FML.
Wow.
Happened to me. I had a therapist quit on me. Her direct quote, "Jason, I don't think I can help you."
Damn.
So then I go, "So are we done? Is therapy just over?" It's like, "Yeah."
Dang. That's heavy.
That is really
What
kind of
do you
heavy.
do after that?
I felt really-
As a person who needed help.
I felt really, really bad because I just think I don't think she thought she could help me.
Doesn't that make you feel bad, though?
It did.
Worse than you felt when you originally went to her?
I went in there for anxiety issues and I left with depression.
Damn. That is heavy.
Yeah.
That is some tough stuff. Wow. How many people get broken up with by their therapist? Is that a common thing?
It's a great question.
Okay.
And it's weird because I think therapy is a great thing, but keep in mind too, not all therapists are created equal, and they're humans.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. True. Somebody said, today I received my first D pic from my boyfriend. Problem is, we broke up 3 weeks ago, and his next message said, oops, sorry, wrong person.
Oh.
I got to tell you what that is, though. That's a calculated.
Yeah. He did that on purpose to mess with you, and the response is no response.
Or maybe you laugh at how small it is. Make him feel self-conscious about that, D, Virginia.
Or send him a pic of your new guy's D that's bigger.
Oh.
What if the new guy isn't? But he has a lot. He has a lot of heart.
Then you.
Nobody's telling the truth here, Jay Bird.
Yeah.
We're not worried. We're not concerned with the truth. It's all about the image. Another one on the FML site said, today the girl who lived downstairs and who was also sleeping with my guy moved out. She left a stack of my mail she had been taking at my door.
Why would she take your mail?
It gets weird. Oddly enough, sometimes I've seen this before. When you are getting cheated on, the person they're cheating on you with takes a weird, scary obsession with you. And you have no idea. First of all, you're getting cheated on. Second of all, you don't even know about it. And third, now somebody is obsessing about you in devious ways.
Yeah, I can see how that would happen because they're already wired a little different there.
That's messed up.
They get obsessed with the relationship, and now they are claiming ownership of that person.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Somebody said, today while walking to the corner store, I noticed a car full of teenage girls. As I got closer to the store, one of them, who was still getting in, says, hurry up, here comes a pedophile. I turned around to look to see who they were talking about, but there was nobody behind me.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
He was just walking?
That's so sad.
That is.
He's like, I'm not a pedophile. I'm just walking to the store.
He just has the pedo look.
Damn.
I guess so.
There's certain glasses and a mustache, a type.
Wow. Somebody else said, today my boyfriend actually held onto my love handles while we were making love, and he said, well, they made it easier. FML. They're not really supposed to be handles, right? You're not supposed to hold on to those?
I don't know. You can grab onto my love handles.
You're okay with it?
Yeah, I think I am.
Maybe they are
She
then.
likes to be manhandled.
Well, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying, if we're in the thrills of it,
Throw her around.
grab away.
Twist her nipples. She's into it.
This post said, today I was having sex with my girlfriend. Things got heated, and I yelled, who's your daddy? And with a blank expression, she replied, I don't know.
Oh, damn.
That's a mood killer.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Sweetie, he wasn't being real.
Today I said to my husband that he makes the same noises when he smells bacon as he does when we make love. Now every time we have sex, he whispers, bacon in my ear.
I think I make the same sounds, too.
It makes sense.
Yeah, when you talk about a food item and it sounds really good, I'll give you like, oh.
The carnal pleasure zone gets hit either way.
You're right.
Today, my fiance and I were cuddling on the couch watching TV when we started kissing. As I crawled onto his lap and started to unzip his pants, he said, hey, you're blocking the TV.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
It's a cold world out there.
It is a cold world.
It might be time for a new boyfriend.
It might be time. And today my family was preparing a turkey for my grandma's birthday dinner when my aunt noticed a utensil on the counter and asked what it was for. My mom said it was used to keep the turkey legs together, and my aunt responded to her by saying, well, maybe you should get one for your daughter.
Damn.
You want to start a family fight?
I mean, it's a pretty good insult, though. Horribly hurtful.
Yeah.
Horribly. Dang.
Got an email here that just come in from Amanda talking about the FML where somebody got dumped by their therapist, and they actually had their assistant do it via email after 6 years. How often does this happen? Amanda said, I just started taking therapy, and I had just 3 sessions, and after the 3rd session, my therapist looks at me and says, yeah, I just don't think that you have the capacity to change, so there's really no point in seeing you any longer. I was completely taken aback, Amanda says. I don't know what I said or what I did, but either way, I feel terrible about this. I went there to work out my anxiety and depression issues, and now I feel even worse. Is it common for a mental health therapist to basically fire the patient? I feel like 3 sessions isn't enough time to judge me like that. This has happened to anybody else.
3 sessions?
Yeah.
So, I mean, to Amanda's point, yeah, I felt terrible too. And the same question she was asking, I just was going, did I say something? Did I do something? Did I not get a payment on time?
I think it makes you leave worse than you came to the lady.
It did for me. It made.
But you can't make that call after 3 sessions.
No,
I'm sorry.
you can't.
You have to work with somebody for 6 months or a year and try to help them before you can give up on them. That's kind of gross. I would turn her in.
Only thing I would think of where a therapist could say 3 sessions is we're done is if you walk in there and like take off your clothes or do something inappropriate,
outlandish, ridiculous. But if you were just in there like trying to get help and she gave up after 3 sessions, I would absolutely turn her in to whatever the board is that watches over these people.
I'm asking a question, not making a statement. Does a therapist look at a patient and say, you have to be willing to listen to this and work on this? And if I don't see any effort from you, if I see walls, if I see that you are not really here to work on this, that you're wasting your time and my time, and let's just call it quits. Is that something that a therapist might do?
I think they can do that and do that sometimes.
Yeah, and I wonder if this might be what had happened in Amanda's situation where therapists want to see somebody. You could have a mountain of problems, that's fine, but you have to have the willingness and openness to work on them. And then let's say at the end of the first session, I give you some actionable tips that you can work on. You come into session 2 and I'm like, so how did that work for you? Be like, I didn't want to try them. I didn't do it. And then you get to session 3 and the therapist is like, well, Amanda, you're not helping me out here. You're not doing these things you need to do to improve. I don't know. I'm only asking a question. Could that be a reason why a therapist would get rid of a patient?
I can speak on my situation. One of the activities that my therapist was having me do is drive to a certain building and get out and walk in front of it. And I was actually doing that, but it was awful. It was a terrible, it wasn't helping me at all. So she wanted me to do it a third time, and I didn't want to do it because the first 2 times were so awful and I felt worse in that situation. So maybe that was what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 3 sessions is too quick to give up on somebody. If they're not doing what you're telling them to do, then maybe get to the heart of why they're not doing it and help them figure out why they're not doing it.
Agreed.
This text is interesting. Maybe this is kind of a standard in the industry. My daughter just started seeing a therapist, and they said that usually 3 sessions is what it takes to see if you and your therapist jive. There's got to be some kind of connection there for progress, and a therapist uses that 3-session limit to kind of judge to say, okay, this is going to be somebody I can help, and I'm going to be of an asset to you, or you can say this isn't going anywhere, and you're better off finding somebody else.
But don't you realize, as the therapist, as the person who is definitely the more powerful person in this arrangement, don't you realize the magnitude of breaking up with a client just 3 sessions in? You've got a fragile, damaged person that's already going through it and they're upset, and now you've dumped them and you've added to their upset and depression. I disagree with that.
I so stand with the witch on this. If you're, in my opinion, if you're a good therapist, you try to work a way to break down those walls.
Thank you. You don't give up on somebody who came to you because they were desperate and in pain. You don't add to their pain by ditching them.
Sometimes people aren't doing the work because they're severely depressed.
This text says, Virginia, the therapist has a right to refuse therapy. Plus, Amanda may have displayed behavior that would enable the therapist to deny.
Yeah, and we don't know all the details. But if she only gave up on her and there was nothing like crazy that Amanda did, I just don't think it's fair, because you're the person that's, got it together and supposed to help them and supposed to have all this training and knowledge, and you're the savior they're looking to.
If the patient still wants to go to the doctor or the therapist, you see what I'm saying? They're looking for help.
I need
and
your help.
And the therapist just doesn't think they can help them, and to break up as with the assistant doing it.
Yeah, somebody texted in and said that having a good therapist is like having a good boyfriend or girlfriend. They will know if they have a capacity to really help you, and if it's not clicking, why drag it out for 6 months and take their money when you know you're going to wind up in the same spot in that amount of time?
Because it's not like having a boyfriend and a girlfriend. It's
No.
not like having a wife or a husband. It's completely different.
And this person is relying on you to help them because they are in pain and in need. When you break up with them, you're going to hurt them and possibly hurt them worse than when they came to you.
Now, if both parties come to an agreement going, yeah, this isn't jiving, I don't like it, but 3 sessions and you still want to go to that doctor, yeah, you're going to feel pretty low.
I'm sorry. If I was a therapist or if I had a therapist and they wanted to back out after 3 sessions, that would make me more depressed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and
Like-
I think what the problem is, hey, look, the 3 session, I don't know how the industry works, but the fact that Amanda's sending us an email and there's confusion, I don't think the therapist handled it right. Because if you are going to not see someone after 3 sessions, they need to walk away with a very clear understanding. They may not agree, but at least a clear understanding as to why after 3 sessions it's not going to happen. Even if it's just, hey, I got the hots for you. It's unprofessional. They got to know, all right, this is why this isn't going to work. And somebody thought that might be a reason. Maybe the therapist had the hots for Amanda and called it quits.
Well, the therapist has to be the bigger person, the person with the degrees on the wall, and the healer, the person that's supposed to fix this. To give up on somebody so quickly, I just think it makes things worse. But I'm not a therapist. I don't know.
No, you're a human with an opinion.
I'm a human. That's exactly
And
it.
I happen to agree with you. Actually, you're a witch, but I agree with the witch on this particular case.
I know how humans take being broken up with when they need help
Right.
and they're begging for help. And I can tell you that that's not a good state to leave somebody in.
And people are throwing crazy scenarios. Well, what if she did this and
We don't know.
barring anything? If the therapist just gave up on her
Yeah.
because she didn't think she could help her and didn't want to help her, that's messed up.
All right, any thoughts? 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text anytime, 877-979-9763. A couple random questions we'll hit you up with, including what is your favorite discontinued product? You loved it, but they got rid of it. We'll discuss next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Quick insight from a clinical psychologist that texted in who's been practicing for the last 20 years on the last situation where somebody got dumped by their therapist after only 3 sessions. He said, I think it's completely unethical to break up with a patient and not to give them a reason or a heads up, especially without a referral for somebody who can help. Sometimes
Okay.
we experience transference, which are personal feelings related to the patient are because past or current feelings, and this can always be discussed with the patient. But the only reasons to discontinue therapy are 1, if you both come to an agreement but therapy is no longer helpful, 2, if you are leaving the profession, or 3, if there is some reason you think you are out of your realm of expertise and the patient is referred to somebody else who can help, but they walk out the door knowing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great comment right there.
Amen. That sounds like a guy who cares about his patients.
Yeah.
Great comment.
Okay. Got some random questions for you. The first, what is your favorite discontinued product? And they toy with our emotions more than ever. Sometimes they do it so that you'll miss it. You'll remember how much you love it, and then they'll bring it back for a quick run. That is a popular marketing tactic these days. But sometimes, bam, they just go and they are gone for good. I know Taco Bell is getting a lot of heat right now because people are saying things like the Mexican pizza.
The
it's
Mexi Melt.
outrageous. Yeah,
The
things
Mexi
like that.
Melt, Kevin.
And it seems like they have stripped them off the menu to, 1, spike up desire, and to change the price points. Because aren't they bringing a few of the items back for a limited time, but then the prices are a little bit more expensive than it was before? I thought that had
I
happened with
think
one of
I've
the
heard
items.
that. Yeah, that's ridiculous, but I think that's real.
I mean, I have so many answers, but I'll only give you a couple.
He's got a list.
Okay, what you got over there?
I've got Snyder's barbecue pretzel pieces. Now, they still make the Snyder's pretzel pieces,
Yeah.
but they have all different flavors. They discontinued the best flavor, barbecue.
You like barbecue better than honey mustard?
Not on sauces, but for my Snyder's pretzels,
Yeah.
I do actually. Yeah,
Really?
I do. They made a better pretzel with the barbecue sauce flavor.
Yeah,
and they discontinued.
it was good. I do remember that.
Uncrustable grilled cheeses. Loved them. So convenient. You can doctor them up a little bit. Gone. And I know I said 2, but one more.
Go ahead. You know what? You got the floor. You got momentum.
The Wendy's taco/salad bar. I speak about it.
The Super Bar?
The Super Bar. I speak about it at least 5 times a year. Rest in peace, Super Bar.
We were raised by women that did serious damage at the Super Bar.
I loved it because you could get burgers along with that. I mean, it was a taco bar, guys. I mean, it was amazing.
Don't have to tell me. Some other ones that people were throwing at us. The McDonald's McSkillet burrito was the best breakfast item ever before they discontinued it. Somebody said the Crunch Taters chips was the best. Several comments for Orange Altoids that they got rid of.
Huh.
And somebody else said, I cannot find Budweiser Select anywhere. Not the Select 55 or whatever it's called, but the full-bodied Budweiser Select. I give my right arm to find that stuff. And then also somebody said the Rice Krispie Treat cereal, the new one is not the same as the original.
I don't like when they do that either. There's a restaurant chain that changed their honey mustard up, and I caught them in a lie about it too. I'm not going to expose them.
Did you corner them in the store?
I talked. You Karen'd them?
I
know.
You asked for the manager?
No. I
Karen.
didn't. I'm a sauce Karen.
You're a sauce Karen.
No, it wasn't like I was kind of more of an expose kind of a thing.
You're just a Karen.
No, I'm not.
Other mentions for Annie Ann's jalapeno pretzel, the McDonald's steak and cheese on a bagel.
Oh, that was so good. They don't make that anymore, huh?
I guess not. And people saying the Trader Joe's roasted garlic salsa and the Taco Viva wet burrito.
Oh, yes.
There's that O face.
Yeah. Got him.
You got me.
You got him, Kevin.
You pressed my buttons in the
New
right
pants,
way.
Denny's, new pants.
I like how you built him to a crescendo, Kev.
Yep.
You built layers upon layers, and
then boom, the explosion.
I wish you guys grew up in South Florida during the Taco Viva days. This wet burrito, Fat Kevin, would have knocked you.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah, it would have blew your ass to high heaven.
Really? Wow. Yeah, literally.
So many beans.
Yeah.
You're right, it would have actually.
Okay, what living famous person would you like to become for a year?
Oh, there's an expose coming out in Vogue all about Angelina Jolie. And I am still kind of low-key obsessed with her. In these photos, it's like her on this palatial estate where she bought Cecil B. DeMille's place, and it just looks fabulous. And her life, her body, her face, everything just looks on point. Mm-hmm. I'd like to be her.
I'm going to go, I got several names here. I'll throw out the different options. Elon Musk would be one, because I'm wondering, with everything he's doing, we're in it right now, the Elon Musk era. They just fired up another one of those rockets last night. He's talking about building a tunnel underneath the new river. I mean, he's doing actually a lot of stuff that we're seeing here in Florida. When it's all said and done, is he going to be regarded as like our modern era Einstein? What is... how he's trying to get us to Mars, how he's creating these spaceships, how he's making these efficient tunnels, how he's got these drivable cars.
Well, was Einstein an alien too?
Might have been.
I mean, you're right. He might have been.
Yeah.
Club alien.
He was the one that really kind of came up with the whole thing about how maybe aliens do travel the galaxy. That was an Einstein concept.
I know.
Yeah. So you wonder. So that would be kind of interesting. Just see, because he's in the midst of it. I don't know if he's peaking or if he's still climbing, but, he's doing stuff that in 30, 40 years, you may be like, oh, my gosh, to be alive in that era and see what he was doing. That could be one of those things.
I'm locking in with Double J, Judge Judy, and I want to oversee a couple court cases that day, to be in that kind of power, judging.
Yeah. You just want to see her naughty bits, don't you?
I'm a big fan of Judge Judy. What can I say?
Yeah, he would stand in front of the mirror and just
diddle.
Marvel.
Diddle.
Hey, diddle, diddle.
A cat's got a fiddle.
Yeah. Oh, our cat loves to take out his fiddle.
Is that the word to that?
Yeah.
Hey, diddle, diddle, the cat has a fiddle?
No, the cat and the fiddle.
Oh, because
the cow jumped over the
changed it.
moon.
Kevin changed it awesome.
Yeah, because you got a fiddle.
Uh-huh. Okay, what was the most awful or oddest thing you ever had to do for money? I think probably mine. I went to Lollapalooza and I didn't have money for a shirt and I wanted one. And I walked by a falafel stand. The guy's like, "Hey, I need someone to walk the falafel stand." And I'm like, "Okay." So I made falafels for a couple hours to get money for a T-shirt. It was odd. I'm like, yeah. So I was a falafel stand worker.
That's
at Lollapalooza.
awesome. How, just awesome that the opportunity fell in your lap.
It was random. Yeah, it was so random. I needed money. He needed a guy to make a few falafels, and it just was a perfect marriage.
I've never been at a festival and been offered a gig on the spot with a vendor.
It was odd. It's only happened once, and that was why it was maybe the oddest thing I've ever had to do for money.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else got anything?
I got something, unless you got something first, V.
I'm just thinking of like my basic stuff I've already talked about, like being Chuck E. Cheese.
I got one for my first year in radio.
What's that?
Somebody from Port St. Lucie wanted me to come up to, off the record, they were going to pay me money to go and visit their son for their birthday. And this woman was front selling, "Oh, my son's a big fan, really wants to." So I go up there to, wish him happy birthday and all that. The kid honestly I don't think he ever heard of me, did not really like me, was very rude. The mom was hammered, and then her husband thought she was trying to hook up with me, and he got all jerky with me, and they gave me $50 and I left, and it was so awkward. It was really bad. It was my first year in radio. It was up in Port St. Lucie. It was terrible.
Like, what just happened?
They had terrible wings. It was rough, man.
Dang.
Terrible wings? Do you mean to eat, or they were coming out of their body?
They had terrible wings to eat.
There were these winged people in Port St. Lucie.
And it was $50, and the husband was all mad. They were drunk. The kid didn't like me.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is odd.
That feels like it was a setup from her.
Yeah.
And that she may have been interested in tasting your pudding.
Yeah. With her husband there?
He sensed it and he got all jealous, but she's just wily and drunk.
I mean, that kid could not have given a crap that I was there. And it was his birthday.
It was about her.
And that was probably his gift.
Yeah.
Like, really?
You should have given him the $50.
Thanks, Port St. Lucie. Way to not keep it weird.
Come on, man. What musician or band do you think is totally overrated?
Oh, gosh.
You too.
They don't get. It's been a hot minute since they've gotten a lot of love.
Are you talking currently?
Yeah, it could be. But
I'll go.
yeah.
I got one.
Yeah.
I think Shawn Mendes is so overrated.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We play him all the time.
Okay.
I think and people love him, and I just don't get it.
Okay. I hate to speak ill of the dead, but my son, it's like his favorite hip hop star, Pop Smoke. It's talentless. Sorry. Again, I won't speak anymore.
Sorry,
ill of the
Mr.
dead.
Smoke.
You want to go deeper. You want to go in harder.
do.
I know you do.
And, even on the streaming service, I listen, and they're always dropping in Pop Smoke. And I'm like, this is terrible. Like, come on, man. This got to be better. So that's who I would say.
Keither in the chat room says Foo Fighters. I hear them a lot for overrated. And I love the Foo Fighters. I don't think they're overrated, but they get a lot of shine and a lot of publicity still as an older band.
Oddly enough, I think they're underrated.
I think they are too.
Yeah, I think I'm a big Foo Fighter fan, so obviously it's very biased, but it's earned. I think when you understand the dynamics and how good of musicians they are and everything they do, I think that they probably deserve more love and credit than they get.
I think Katy Perry's overrated.
Damn.
I mean,
okay, all right.
You love that firework.
I do not like that song. I actually loathe that song.
Now, there are artists that I don't necessarily like, but I understand why they're popular and why they, people say that they're great. I don't, for whatever reason, like the music. But I'm like, okay, they're talented. I can give you that.
Old school, and people are gonna get real mad at me. I think the Stones are overrated. I think the Rolling Stones.
Really?
I do. And I know all the old fogies are getting mad at me for that one.
I'll tell you honestly, Nirvana.
I think they're overrated too.
I don't agree.
They talk about Nirvana like they created a whole new genre of music, and they were a solid band that had 2 to 3 good albums, but I mean, my goodness. All right, can we cool it with a totally renovated music?
It flipped the script, Kevin. You just love hair bands, and you're mad that somebody kicked them to the curb.
There were other bands that were doing that too. Pearl Jams and
they got the
Soundgardens
shine.
and everybody else.
Nirvana got the shine. They got the credit.
They weren't any better than Pearl Jam.
Oh,
I disagree.
Oh.
Pearl Jam is cheesy.
Vetter makes it better.
Yeah.
Vetter's a cheese weenie.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I honestly don't have a dog in this fight. I don't like
You
either
just
one.
like a fight.
I don't like either one of those bands.
Okay. So what is the statement that The Weeknd has been trying to make? If you've seen the video there for Blinding Lights, he's got like his face all cut up and he's spewing blood everywhere in that video. And then in the video for In Your Eyes, he gets decapitated. And then later his head gets reattached onto another man's body in an even gorier Too Late clip. So there's a lot of weird stuff he's been doing. And then there was something that was going on with him getting plastic surgery and his face was all puffy and it looked a lot worse than what his natural face is. And people have been texting me like, why aren't you guys talking about The Weeknd's plastic surgery? And my family was all about this. And like, oh my gosh, did you see his botched plastic surgery? I'm like, there's no way that's legit. And it's not. He hasn't messed up his face with plastic surgery. He's doing some kind of weird statement. And even as he's been going out in public, he's been wrapping his head in bandages.
Is it an artistic statement?
I think that's it.
It's a statement of some sorts, Virginia.
I wanted to put this story in the dirt, but I didn't understand it. So I was like, I'm tapping out.
Yeah, he basically has said, and this just came out because, they're asking him a lot of questions with the Super Bowl halftime show coming up on Sunday. He said, the significance of the entire head bandages is reflecting on the absurd culture of Hollywood celebrity and people manipulating themselves for superficial reasons to please and be validated. So it comes down to some artistic statement. And
So he doesn't like plastic surgery and the whole Hollywood thing?
No, well, I think what he's trying to say is that he has a halftime show he's got to do in a week, and he wants some attention. I think that's really what's going on.
Well, it worked.
it was honestly, as far as just a marketing ploy, I mean, when you get deep and try to make it relevant with it's all artsy, that kind of annoys me. But honestly, I do recognize a slight bit of genius in what he was doing with the plastic surgery thing, because I know it got my wife and my daughter, they were hooked. Oh, look at what he's done. I'm like, there's no way.
They got him. I know there was even
There's
articles.
no way.
The Weeknd changes his face, and this is what's wrong with our culture, and it's not even real.
Yeah.
So it sends a mixed message, because people like your wife and your daughter that only got half of the message really think that The Weeknd had bad plastic surgery done. They don't understand that he is making fun of and saying we shouldn't do plastic surgery to our face.
Yo, he's doing the peacock move before he plays the Super Bowl is what he's doing.
And that actually I admired. I thought I'd never seen anybody do botched fake plastic surgery as a way to generate talk. And I'm like, hey, that's original, it's creative, it's working. And now I guess he's trying to,
it's a stunt though. It's a publicity stunt.
yeah, but he's trying to make it some
A cause.
artsy statement. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't make it a cause, just be like, gotcha.
And don't forget, it's also tethered to my 4th album.
Yeah, that's coming out,
Absolutely.
dropping on February 18th.
Yeah, well, it worked. I mean, look at him. He's selling like crazy. He's got all kinds of things being thrown his way. He's playing the Super Bowl halftime show. It's got to be annoying for some other bands. Like I was referencing the Foo Fighters. They're probably like, what? Really? The Weeknd?
Better than us?
Like, we've been around for like 25 years.
We're freaking musicians over here.
How many songs we got to get? What do we got to do here? So, yeah. I did see, and this is going to be coming up a lot here before the weekend too, talking about Super Bowl performances. I saw just one list ranking them. They put the best Super Bowl halftime show at 2007's in Miami with Prince singing Purple Rain in the pouring rain.
My vote's for Shakira and J-Lo.
My vote's for Lady Gaga.
Okay. They had J-Lo Shakira at number 2.
Okay.
This is according to the Oregonian. It's just a newspaper in Oregon.
In Oregon?
Yeah. That's all it is. So anybody can have their own list. I don't think this gives it any relevance, but they put J-Lo Shakira at 2. Beyonce in 2013 when she reunited with Destiny's Child at number 3. And then in last, they put Justin Timberlake in 2018 and Maroon 5 in 2019 is the worst.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying they were the best.
Because I remember the Justin Timberlake one, and I'm not even a huge Timberlake fan by any means. I thought he did good, and then I was so surprised. I mean, he got trashed so hard.
Right. It's interesting. So there's a lot of pressure with it. So I guess we'll see how the weekend does coming up on Sunday. Talking about the weekend, he's got the stage at the Super Bowl. Big old stage. 13 minutes. Going to be rocking it. Explaining what the whole bandage thing was all about. Talking about the superficial Hollywood. And I guess maybe there's a personal connection to that. You might know more about. Somebody texted and said, yeah, it's because the weekend dated Bella Hadid, who bought a whole new face, which I did not.
A whole new face.
Where do you get these faces at? Is that at the face store?
The face store, yes.
Bella Hadid's mom was a supermodel. So, I mean, it's not like she didn't have a great face that was built for supermodeling.
I cannot join this conversation because I don't know anything about
her mom
this.
is Yolanda Foster, formerly Foster.
No idea.
She comes from a lineage of supermodels.
Yeah, I can't join the conversation either, Kev, because I hate it.
Just can't do it, huh?
I'm having fun.
Yeah. We're going to do a round of the Song Association game here. And bring up the weekend because we've got a tie-in here to Super Bowl halftime shows. There is a song that you could sing for each one of these words I'm going to give you that comes from a Super Bowl halftime artist. It's a lot to think about. I would just go with the first thing that comes to your mind, but there is that connection in here. So every single word, and how we play this, I give you a word, and you have got 3 seconds to start singing a popular song with that word in it. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Jaybird looks really confused.
I'm not trying to.
It's just your face.
It's stuck like that.
Yeah. No, we're good. Let's have fun.
He's glad he doesn't have to go first.
Yeah, I thought it was the writing game, and then as I was looking for a pen, I didn't hear the front part of the directions, so I'm kind of.
That would explain the confused look. So it is truly confused.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was trying not to look confused.
Yeah. Oh no, you failed miserably. Have fun attempt. You're totally confused. Okay, it's the Song Association game. All right, the first word I'm going to throw out is for Virginia. Virginia, your first word is funny.
Whoa.
Funny.
J-Lo ain't
it funny?
How you dun, 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 dun,
That's a tough one. Ralston,
That's really
he set
tough.
you up for failure.
Did.
I told you what the rules were.
I
Super Bowl
understood the
halftime
game,
artist.
though. Set him up for failure.
That's not going to be
Don't
hard.
worry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's happening.
I don't have to work.
I was looking for a
He
pencil.
doesn't even know where he is.
All right, take it easy.
Okay, again, all these words would come from a very popular song from a former Super Bowl halftime show artist.
And if we happen to not do a Super Bowl song,
You can do whatever.
All right.
Yeah, that's not part of the game. I'm just letting you know that that's where I got the motivation for these and inspiration. All right, Jaybird, your word in the Song Association game is this.
This is it. Bow, bow. Make no mistake where you are.
Okay, all right, that'll work.
Kenny Loggins with Michael McDonald in the backup.
Okay.
This is it.
That word was inspired by This Love, in case people were playing along at home, by Maroon 5. Okay. Denny's your word. Bad.
I'm bad. I'm bad.
Yeah, Denny's.
You
Really,
know
really, really
it.
bad.
That's right, because I'm bad.
Making me want to dance.
Okay. We got Bird and Denny surviving round one.
Ooh, Miho versus Miho.
Turns into a head-to-head battle here. Okay.
There we go.
Song Association game. Jaybird, your word is Friday.
It's Friday. It's Friday. Rebecca Black sang Friday.
Okay, all right.
Someone's in the front seat. Someone's in the back seat. Where am I
Okay.
going to sit? I think that's what she says.
Partying,
It is.
partying, yeah. Partying, partying, yeah.
How and why would you commit that to memory?
I've
We have
watched that
seen that
video
so many
We
times.
love bad programming, dog.
Okay, Denny's, your word to stay live here in the Song Association game. Your word is something.
Something in the way she moves.
Great
Attracts me like no other lover.
song.
One of the best.
Okay.
And Paul or John didn't even write
To
it.
George.
Can't shake these guys.
Not that anyone
And they're
cares.
doing it
but-
behind the music on top of it, too.
Behind the music, nobody gives a crap about.
Yeah.
Virginia's tight.
We didn't even know the
Foster.
song, and now you're giving us more information about a song we don't even know.
I think he wrote it in 68.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Dennis. Yes. It's all rinky dinky do.
Okay. Super Bowl artist song Association game. You got 3 seconds to come up with a popular song that has the word work, Jaybird.
Let me work.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Denny's, you got to stay alive with lie.
I love the way you lie.
Oh,
Last second.
Whoa, doing a little Rihanna block there.
Okay, Bird's got to wake
man.
up a little bit.
Okay. Who am I going to shake first here? Just a couple more rounds left. We'll see if you can survive.
He's going to hit us with some kind of orange.
Yeah.
Jaybird, your word is lucky.
You lucky to have me as a lover.
Okay, Denny's, you could win if you can get this.
That wasn't real.
Is that a real song?
No.
Patty didn't
not a
sing
popular
it?
song, no.
The Heartbreakers?
What is it? I've never heard that song.
Yeah, it's probably not real.
Okay. Again, the key word is popular song. You must be my lucky star, Madonna, because you shine on me wherever you are. No? Okay.
It's a good song.
It's kind of popular, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you pipe down, Nikki?
Just want to validate that.
Why don't you work on your dirt of the day stories for tomorrow?
Why don't you not pay attention to the instructions again?
All right, Denny's, you win. If you can get this one right, song association game, dance.
Dancing and prancing.
That's not right.
How can I not think of a dance song?
Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Dance with me.
I should have gone Orlean.
Okay. All right, let's see if you can get one here. All right, Jaybird, your word is who?
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Okay.
That was close.
That was close.
All right, Denny's, let's see how you do here. How about started?
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
I wanted to dance, but I just couldn't. I can't dance to the peas.
Yeah.
Jaybird, how about the word start?
Quick start my heart. Kickstart my heart. Yeah. What?
You didn't sing the right song.
Kickstart my heart.
You said quick. Did he? Did
He
I hear
said
that?
quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've called you on a technicality, sir. You're eliminated.
Yeah.
And I want it so bad, too. I want this win.
Come on, Big D, bury him.
Oh.
Okay, I think he's actually got the win. It's good enough.
Oh, that's all it took? I'll take it. It's been a while.
I'll give you
since-
one more, Denny's.
Oh, jeez.
Word is start.
Quick kickstart my heart.
There you go.
I almost said
That's all I
quick.
had.
Quick start.
I almost
You
did.
almost said
Quick
quick.
start my heart.
You two share a brain? What's going on over
It's
there?
kind of getting to that
Spent a lot
point.
of time
Yeah, we
together.
spent a lot of time together.
Boy, people are on the tip here. Somebody said I had to Google Bella Hadid before and after plastic surgery, and it doesn't look like the same person.
Really? Let me go look.
So are they kind of saying Virginia's wrong from a certain point of view?
I mean, I can only tell you
Okay,
her
if you're
mother.
watching KVJ TV, I'll put this photo up. What do you think?
Oh, my
Before
gosh.
and after.
It's not even
Bella
close,
Hadid.
Virginia. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look.
Hold on, I'm looking.
What do you think? Before and after.
It's
Did she go and buy a new face, basically?
She was-
I agree that's drastic to say she bought a new face, but
She was a young girl before I mean, like, that picture
a
was probably
completely
from when she
different
was
nose.
15.
girl, she got a new nose. She went to the nose store.
chin.
A bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
She also might have went to the cheek store.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I need a deep dive.
Virginia's still not buying it. I know. She is still not buying it.
So you think The Weeknd is singing about Bella?
Well, that's what people are saying. That, yeah, is that which one it is? Bella? I don't even know. Yeah, Bella Hadid.
Well, she makes gazillions from being a supermodel, so I guess the investment in her face paid off.
Sure. Yeah. Virginia's not taking
I
it
feel
well.
like you're mad that that people are saying she got a new face, even though she did get one.
She's not taking it well. She don't like this news.
She may have got a couple of tweaks, but I'm here for tweaks. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Is that what you call a tweak?
Yeah, buying a new nose, cheeks, and eyes are definitely that's tweaking. That's a tweak.
I'm going to tweak every part of my face. Okay. How do you write a love letter? Valentine's Day is coming up next Sunday. So this is a week to start thinking about what are you going to get that special somebody to show that you do care. I know you may be like, I don't have to show my love. Well, you know what? For some people, that's important, dude.
And you're not that fun to be around.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to write a love letter, maybe sit down and write down all the things that are amazing about your partner, all the little quirks and all the things you love, and start there.
You could even turn it into like a little fun poem.
Yeah.
I love your eyes. I love your nose. I love your thighs down to your toes.
Oh, look at you. Can somebody steal that?
It's yours. Take it.
I think this person's fine with plagiarizing. They just want some ideas. They had said that last year they got their girlfriend Justin Bieber tickets, but unfortunately it didn't happen due to the COVID.
Oh, babe.
I still gave her the card I got for her, but she was upset that I didn't take the time to write anything. I just signed my name.
Oh.
So I figured I'd take the time to write her a love letter this year, but I really have no idea where to start. So
There are wonderful templates online, too.
Oh, there are? Okay.
Absolutely. For every kind of letter. Any letter that you need to write for any purpose, you can Google it, and there is wonderful help.
And speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. Put it down on paper.
Make it personal.
Okay.
Yeah, talk about specific moments, all that kind of stuff.
We have some fun stuff that we're starting to put together for Valentine's Day. In fact, I don't know if Jaybird knows about all the love music that might be coming from him.
Oh, I saw the email, and
Oh, yeah.
I am jacked up on love.
This
Okay.
is amazing.
Yeah, we might have to lay this out so the audience knows what our program director, Randy, was thinking about doing for Valentine's Day right here on this radio station. I'll tell you about it next.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Welcome to the KVJ Show. Let me see. We're talking about love letters, how to write them, and Valentine's Day coming up next Sunday. And we're kicking around a little bit of an idea right now. I think it'd be kind of fun for Valentine's Day night right here on 97.9 WRMF. Kind of a night or an hour of Jaybird's love songs.
I've been told I can play whatever I want as long as it's within FCC guidelines. But I can play any love songs that I want on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna have my own shift, Virginia. They're calling it the love shift.
This is big.
Now, would you be taking?
It's a big mistake.
It's a big mistake. This is a terrible idea.
Would you be taking dedications, requests? Are you going to be like that famous love DJ Delilah?
I love Delilah. I
I
grew
knew
up
you
on
did,
Delilah.
yeah.
Delilah After Dark. She always read these sad ass letters, but
You love sad ass letters.
I do. I do. I'm tickled pink. I can't wait. It's going to be great fun.
Okay.
And yes, I will take dedications.
Will you be doing it live or will you pre-tape it?
I kind of want. I mean, I would like to go live, but I know that might scare the powers to be.
So the powers that be want you to do it on Valentine's Day. What do you think about that?
Is it? What's that day?
It's a Sunday.
Ooh.
I thought the same thing.
I'll tell you,
You can-
I'll tell you what I don't love: working on Sunday.
We can.
I'm kidding. What
It'll be fun.
do I got going on? I'm in. I could do it live. I'll do it live. I'll pre-tape it. Whatever y'all want.
We are also going to be using the mic drop feature on the 97.9 WRMF app. If you want to leave any quick love dedications, you can do that. You got 30 seconds to play with. And so next week, leading up to Valentine's Day, we're going to start playing those. So I would recommend getting used to the app, downloading it for free today. Look in the hamburger menu for the 97.9 WRMF mic drop is what it's called, and then record your well thought out Valentine's Day wish that we can play on the radio for you next week.
And the great thing, too, when you listen on the app, you get like frequent flyer miles, like a credit that gets prizes. So on top of hearing your Valentine's wish, you also get like credit for listening on the app.
Yeah, I listened for 25 minutes and got a back massage from Jaybird.
Nice.
Yep.
That's all it takes?
That's all it is, 25 minutes.
ADL all day long.
That's
You're going to
right.
be working on Sunday.
Even with my weak ass grip.
Yeah.
It's the crappiest massage ever.
It really is bad. I got a 90-year-old man rubbing me.
Got the KVJ draft that we did earlier today. Going to find out who got the most votes. We were talking about the best TV characters of all time. We drafted out a team of 3. Get to that. Tomorrow night on national TV, you've got some locals going to be on. Michael and Shara Benarde. They're a brother-sister inventor team from West Palm Beach that created a drink spiking prevention device called Nightcap. What it does, it covers a glass or plastic cup, and it's got room for a straw in it. The cup will fit over, or the cap will fit over the cup, kind of like a little sock, and you can also wear it as a wristband or a ponytail holder, maybe a little
cup
scrunchie.
sock.
Yeah. They say the caps sell for $12 each with lower prices for bulk orders. And these are needed, especially for college students, which Michael goes to Florida State. He's a grad student there. Shira, she goes to University of Tampa. They both graduated from Oxbridge in West Palm Beach. And they say 7.8% of students at universities said their drinks had been spiked.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, with stuff. So that's why they're doing that. And if you want to see them, root them on. Their episode is going to air tomorrow night on ABC at 8 p.m. So look for Michael and Shira.
That's Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
I just started getting into it. I'm actually watching old episodes on YouTube, but I'm doing all of the most heated moments in Shark Tank history. It's kind of getting me.
Oh, you're buying it, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of liking it.
Okay. Well, earlier in the KVJ draft, we picked the best character from a TV show. I went with Michael Scott from The Office, Selena Meyer from Veep, and Moira Rose from S-Bombs Creek. Virginia went with Tony Soprano from The Sopranos, George Costanza from Seinfeld, and Karen Walker from Will and Grace. Denny's had Johnny from Cobra Kai, Charlie Kelly from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Rick from Rick and Morty. Suits went with Walter White from Breaking Bad, Chandler Bing Friends, and Stewie Griffin from Family Guy. And then Bird had Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones, Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World, and Arnold Drummond from Different Strokes.
Yeah, some of us blew it.
Okay. I will let you know that we actually have a tie for last place.
Really?
Yes.
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Kevin?
And we've also got a runaway winner. So, who finished last? Who finished first? We'll give you the results next.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
Okay, the draft was for the best character from a TV show. We did this earlier. People have been voting all morning long on the KVJ Show Facebook page. And after the whole thing, we got 2 people that have tied for last place.
Dang.
Okay. With the team of Johnny from Cobra Kai, Charlie Kelly from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Rick from Rick and Morty, Denny's tied for last place.
With the other dirty hippie on the show. The dirty hippies are last place, aren't we?
Also tying with Denny's for last place with the team of Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones, Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World, and Arnold Drummond from Different Strokes. Bird and Denny's are last.
The dirty hippies are getting it from the back again. Or no,
What?
That's
What?
not what I meant to say.
Are they doing it with each other?
That's not what I meant to say. I meant pulling it from the rear.
Okay, again, probably not the right thing to say. You should stop.
What's that term?
Just-
Hauling it from behind?
The term is be quiet.
I can't. That's not in my DNA.
You're about to get us booted off the radio.
I'm not trying to be.
It might not be in your DNA, but what about the FCC?
I'm not trying to be fresh. I ain't trying to be. I'm trying to be innocent.
You are, huh?
Oh, this ain't innocent.
No. Not with the visual I got right now.
This is some heavy man love stuff that we just got to move on, Kevin.
Wow. Finishing in third place with Walter White from Breaking Bad, Chandler Bing from Friends, and Stewie Griffin from Family Guy. It Suits.
Ooh.
Wow.
That means me and the big guy are battling it out for the top slot.
Okay. And our runner-up today is Virginia.
So you won?
I won.
Wow.
Michael Scott from The Office was the overall number 1 pick. I think that really helped out. I thought I lost it without a doubt with Selena Meyer from Veep.
I guess not.
With Julia Louis-Dreyfus, even though I stand by it, honestly, one of the greatest characters.
She's awesome.
If you've seen it, it's hard to beat what she did on that show. She was unreal on that. And then Moira Rose from S-Bombs Creek.
Huh.
Maybe that didn't kill me. I thought it might, but she is so good on that. And you want to talk about 2, I mean, all the characters the actors that I had in my thing, they're all amazing actors.
I mean, Michael Scott, Steve Carell, that might be my all-time favorite character on any show ever.
He was number 1 on almost every list, and so I think that really carried it. So whoever got that was probably going to win.
You're a champion, Kevin.
And to me, that just showed you how good he really was.
Yeah.
Because, still so many people think that.
Yeah. No doubt. Okay, well, there you go. And Virginia had Tony Soprano, George Costanza from Seinfeld, and Karen Walker from Will and Grace.
You lost it with Walker.
I know, but that was a personal pick. I love her personality and her addictive issues.
Yeah, she's a good character.
Kind of like how we feel about you.
Yeah.
She sees a lot of herself.
I am Karen.
Walker. Yeah, and she's a Karen. Yeah, there you go. Guy, the After the Show podcast is going to be coming up here. You can watch it live on Facebook and YouTube or on demand anytime you want. Just do a quick search for the KVJ Show. It's going to pop up about 5 minutes away from that. Before we continue on, though, Jay Birdie's going to wrap up this portion of our show with his thought for you for the day.
Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when we look back, everything is different?
Yeah.
Damn.
True. It's a good thought in there.
So deep.
It is. He's so deep, isn't he? He is. Look at that guy. I'm looking at it like that guy's deep.
Deep dish.
Yeah, there you go.
KVJ Show is all over social media. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.